This next part is more about the management communication. So, how are your partnerships managed?
We have a team of people that manage a group of relationships, right? So whether it is a representative who represents 50 donors or a representative that handles the relationships of 30 to 50 agency partners, we have different
Mhm.
departments here within Three Square, and in each department there is a number of people that handle those relationships. So every
Okay.
one of our partnerships, whether it's a donor partner, financial or food, or one of our community partners that work on the distribution, they all have a representative here at Three Square that is dedicated to that relationship.
Okay. And if you could just describe a few challenges organizations face in partnerships and how do you overcome them?
I think the biggest challenge is just the human nature, right? So it's personality and it's communication and it's knowing how
Right.
to kind of work in tandem with someone else who is not actually working for you, right? And so all of our
Right. Right.
relationships, regardless of where they're at, are volunteer, right? No one's getting paid by Three Square
Mhm.
to do this kind of work. So it's really important to
Right.
not treat them as though they're an employee. So I think
Okay.
it's just the respect and the communication piece that is the biggest challenge for people who are coming into it, to show gratitude, to show appreciation, and still be able to uphold all of the regulations and the rules and, engage people in our mission and what we're trying to accomplish.
And you mentioned communication. Do you have a specific communication plan?
We don't have necessarily a plan. I don't know if that's something that we would look into or not, but it's so different when you go from person to person. You have a pantry that could be run by, a woman in her mid 70s, or you have a distribution that could be run by a 24-year-old guy, like, so they're all so different
Mhm.
and you communicate differently with
Mhm.
each one of them. So we don't have a plan necessarily, but we do
Okay.
have guidelines and we have kind of guardrails in place for
Right.
how, like, the lane that you can communicate with people is.
Okay. Do you and how do you communicate with the partners? Do you use email, newsletters, conference calls, websites?
We do all of that. Yeah, email and text and phone calls are the biggest ones, and then we do have frequent. We they were face to face meetings. Now they're kind of virtual,
Right.
like Zoom meetings, things like that.
Okay.
Or there are newsletters and there are mass emails, anything like that.
Okay.